To Mary Scott 2020, and I'm going to be showing you how to make this flower technique painting. So I just did this today, and it's not my best because this is my first one. But I'm going to be showing you how to make it, and let's get started. No more canvases, so I'm going to be using some cardboard. I cut this out the same size as my other one. So I'm going to be showing you what paints I use and how to use them for this painting. These two colors, the light pink and white, since I'm using just a cardboard piece, I'm going to do a base coat of white first, so it's easier to do the pink. But if you're just using a regular canvas, you don't need to do that. You can just go ahead and paint the whole thing pink, but don't let the pink dry yet. I will explain that to you in the next step. I just painted my cardboard white, so it'll be easier to use my light pink paint. So I don't have to have this completely dry. I can just keep going because there's going to be a little bit of white in the background when I do the paint, but you'll see that later. So I will tell you now to paint your canvas or cardboard. Paint pink, but try not to let it dry. How you're gonna paint it pink is you're just going to go down in streaks like southward. So yeah, it's really light, so it's gonna flop around a little bit, but just go down and up just like that, and continue doing that around the board, and I will show you how to do the white. You have a little bit of paint on your board. You're just gonna go over just with little streaks of white just around. It's a little bit wobbly, but you know, just kind of make I don't even know if the word is ombre right, but like just try to make it in little streaks of white all around the board once you've covered it in pink, and then do white, and then just continue to do that all around the board, and I will tell you what to do next for the flowers. So now it should look like this, a nice flowy consistency. And now we're going to start with the stems of the flower. For the stems, you're going to want this size brush, like a really small. So yeah, that should be about the size, just as small or as thick, but I would recommend using a small one because it can make it a little bit bigger at some times. So I'm using this light black. I don't know if it's just a really dark gray, but it's this one. So yeah, I'm gonna use that for the stems. So you're just going to take a little bit on your brush, and you're just gonna start making like a long thing. You can do like a line here, a stick or a line there, like a really tall, just any kind of size you want. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, just start doing that with the paint. See, as I said, the brush is really thin, but it also makes a really thick line. So like it's not as, the brush is thinner than the actual line it makes. So yeah, basically look like this. Obviously I had a couple mess ups right here, right here, right here, basically everywhere. They're not the most even lines, but they're really hard to make when you're doing it freehand. But yeah, so you're just gonna make lines like these, and I will show you how to make the petal part. For the petals, I'm going to use these four colors. These were just from a paint set or whatever I got, so if you don't have these, that's all right, but I would recommend you using royal paint or any thick paint, because acrylic paint, like the apple barrel ones, don't really work as well because they're really liquidy, as my first attempt right there. But yeah, so I would just use thick paint, and these are the four colors I'm using. So start the flowers. You're just gonna want to go like out about halfway or a little bit down. It doesn't really matter, but just go make one dot and just keep making dots all the way up. But then once you get to the top, you're just gonna make little small dots like this. All right, but then when you get to the other side, you're gonna go on the diagonal. So like it's gonna go in a zigzag all the way up. So just continue to do that all the way up the flower until you've hit the mark, like right about here. that's about it. So just keep doing it. Stem, just do whatever you want with the colors, but do the same exact. Now that all of them are done with the dots, you're gonna go in with this type of tool. It could be any type, just the same kind of technique tool. You're just gonna go in and just like do little dots like that. Just like press in and do the same on the other sides. You don't have to do them on the very top. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. But I'm not. So you're just gonna go in and out. It doesn't matter how big you make them, just make them a decent size. So now it should look like this with all the petals arranged. You can also add a little bit more dots if you'd like to, but this is how mine turned out. But now you're going to take your tool again and you're gonna take the opposite colors. This is totally optional. You don't have to do this, but since there's white beside blue, I'm gonna do a little bit of white in each petal and then a little bit of blue in each petal for this. So you're just going to take a little bit of white, just a little dot, like that much, and just dab a little bit in there. Just like that, and you can always add more. So yeah, and then I'm gonna continue with that with the yellow and the green the same way, just with the switch colors. So yeah. Okay guys, so this is the finished product of our flower picture. You can add as many flowers as you want and you can add as many details as you want, but this is, I'm just gonna leave it at this. So I hope you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay guys, so this is the finished product of our flower picture. You can add as many flowers as you want and you can add as many details as you want, but this is, I'm just gonna leave it at this. So I hope you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.